Okay, we're not done.
Now, before we get back going, you said something a little bit about Brew and Walk, right?
Yes, Brew and Walk.
Now, that started right when Coach Mora came, and it was a great idea, and I will tell you, it is the greatest experience.
Can everybody hear us? Can you hear us?
Let me try this one.
Yeah,
I'll try this one. Can you hear me now? I like the 11 jersey back there. It is unbelievable.
Sound up.
Oh, I thought it was an Anthony Barr jersey. There we go. That's better. But as far as Brew and Walk goes, that's a new tradition, and I will tell you, as a player, it is the greatest tradition we ever started here. I know the Rose Bowl is the greatest university in the world, but I have never felt more love and more a part of a Bruin community in my life, and never felt more special to be part of the team than in the Brew and Walk. And so I thank each and every one of you guys for being there to give us a high five on the way into the stadium, because I know it makes game day just that much more special for each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, Jerry's going to have the floor here because we're going to relive Jerry's seminal moment throwing that touchdown pass to Jordan Payton and making him a star member of winning a big game in Texas. But he's got a story that's associated with this. The story is really funny, and I'm going to let him relate this to you. So can I have quiet here so everybody can enjoy what really happened that night in Texas with that 37-yard touchdown pass? 37 yards.
Well, I had a couple other moments too.
Quiet!
I promise, I had a couple other moments, notably when Kaimi hit the 60-yarder. That was one of the more special moments I've ever been a part of, especially when you tell your head coach to get the team off the field and a couple expletives that I can't really say. But as far as the Texas game goes, it is a family story for the record books, because 2 years before that game, my brother had a premonition that I was going to be the starting quarterback in that game. Now, I thought he was crazy because I was a backup, and maybe I would have got in in garbage time at the end of the game, but you know, he said starting quarterback. So I thought he was crazy, but you know, Brett had a great year leading up into that Virginia Tech Sun Bowl win, so I thought maybe he goes to the NFL and I'm the starting quarterback for the whole season. He ruined my dream. He comes back for another season. He has a great year, but my brother still told me, he says, you're going to play in that game. And I continue to think he was crazy, but my whole family had now bought into this idea. And so my grandparents flew down to the game, my aunts, uncles, my brothers, everybody. My brother brought friends from his college. I think I had 20 people there to root for a backup quarterback, which is a lot. And so he calls me the night before the game. He says, you're going to get in at the beginning of the second quarter. Believe me, you're going to get in. And so, as fate would have it, I get in sometime in the first quarter, and I guess the rest is history. But I remember seeing him after the game, and I go, you were totally wrong. I got in at the middle of the first quarter. You were wrong this whole time. But it is one of the more unbelievable things I've ever been a part of, and it is, I think, a culmination of total team effort, and it is a win that proves how special it is to truly be a Bruin.
Everyone knows how many years you were at UCLA.
A lot.
But I had 4 or 5 people stop me before the event started, wondering, well, what's Jerry doing now? What's he going to do? Is he going to become a graduate assistant? Is he going to become the Bruins head coach eventually? So give us what is on the menu here for the future of Jerry Neuheisel?
I put in my application. In 10 years or so now, I'll be the head coach at UCLA. I'll be interviewing for the job then. Coach Mora will have retired after multiple national championships, and he'll hand down the reins to me, and it'll be the perfect situation. But as for now, I'm kind of enjoying off time. You know, most people don't understand that college football players are literally busy from January, the middle of January, all the way back until the start of January. You know, they keep elongating the season and adding more time for bowl games, and if you go to the national championship, you don't play till you already went back to school. So it is a long season for football players, and we have, I think, we calculated at one time when we had 3 weeks off in the entire season. So as for now, we're enjoying our time off, and I know me and my girlfriend have been traveling all over. We're enjoying our time, but we'll see what the future holds. I'm excited. I know there's no way I can see myself doing anything except being in football. So whether that be broadcasting, coaching, I know I'll figure out a way to still be a part of this game I love so much.
Okay, Jerry, are you willing to take questions from the audience?
I would love to.
Okay,
Love to.
hold the mic. Okay, any of
As
you,
long as they don't ask if I can play the guitar like my dad.
have any questions for Jerry? Does anybody have any questions for Jerry? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, how you doing?
With the fractured back.
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Jerry?
I can hear you.
I came out of bed today.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are one of the most dedicated, most wonderful young individual I've ever met. I was out in San Bernardino on my birthday, and you signed my T-shirt happy birthday.
Of course.
You are a blessing to UCLA. Coach Laura and their staff would be blessed to have you. God bless you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know, you kind of bring up a good point because, you know, there aren't many backup quarterbacks who get to experience the love from the fans kind of like I did. And, you know, I think mine is kind of a unique story being from a dad who used to be a coach here and used to play here. So my family name was familiar, but there is nobody who gets more love from the fans than I do. And I still don't know why, but I love being a Bruin more than anything in my life. And I couldn't imagine calling any other place home. And I will bleed blue and gold to the day that I die.
It's the hair.
They're going to be back with us next season.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anybody else with a question?
How you doing?
My question is kind of has to be done for people on the world in football what's one of the best aspects of being UCLA at UCLA outside of football? I mean, I know you always got football going up and all that, but what's one of the advantages of being at UCLA?
It's everything. I took a tour of UCLA. My dad, we were in the Rose Bowl, and in 2001, I took a tour of UCLA, and I saw the campus, and I knew right then that I was going to be a UCLA Bruin. I didn't know how, I didn't know if it was going to be a football player or what, but I was going to go to UCLA. That was my dream, and I was going to figure out a way to make it happen. And thankfully, I got a scholarship, and I ended up getting to play for the UCLA Bruins, which was a dream come true. But everything about this university makes it the most special place in the entire world. And I think beyond football, because football is the greatest, but beyond football, living in Westwood is the greatest. We travel all over the West Coast, we travel all over the country to play other teams, and we look around the town and we realize how good we really have it. You know, I know we went up to Oregon State this year and we're playing in 40 degrees and it's raining sideways, and I go, get me back to Westwood as soon as possible. It is an unbelievable place to live. And it'll be sad if I ever have to leave, but I know one day I'll find myself back here on the sidelines with a headset, making sure we get
I do want to mention to all of you that it was brought to my attention here that UCLA received another new commitment from Max Tupai. Really top defensive end prospect. And this just came in. So we have another new Bruin, Max Tupai, that a lot of people were really excited about, and now we've got it.
Yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about the more exciting future of the Bruins. I think this class filled a lot of holes that we had left with the senior class. I know, especially on the defensive line, we lose Kenny Clark, who I think doesn't get any credit nationally that he truly deserves. That man took on three offensive linemen at times and still figured out a way to make a tackle. And I've never seen any D lineman play 98 plays in a game or something crazy like that. He is an unbelievable player, and he will be missed. And he should always be regarded as one of the best Bruins to ever play on that defensive line. But I think this class is, at least on paper, looks like a great class to replace him. And I know it'll be a bunch of guys who are in there and figure out a way to make it happen. And I know we'll be a much better defense and improve from last year.